Okay, this is update 8 of the Unity Character Controller series. In this update, I haven't been working on it for the past like 10 days, but what I did get done was pretty important. So now there's this where you can drop down off of ledges, and then what you saw right there, you can jump between ledges, so like that, and land. Now, so that's about what I got done. There's also a lot more, like if I had another character on this guy, he could be retargeted, and that works pretty well. It's like really accurate because the way I do it is sort of have like there's an invisible animator. Well, there's an invisible version of this guy right down there, and I go through and play animations at certain frames, and then I use the information from him to animate this guy. And I do that for every guy, so there's an invisible version of the right thing happening there, and then I map it onto this, well, the character that I'm currently seeing, and that could be any character. And I do that with IK, and so it runs pretty well. I don't know about performance. If there becomes a problem with performance, I can always change that, but basically that's what it does. It just goes through all the levels and samples the animation at the current frame. So yeah, I made a bunch of new animations, and I made uh, some new logic. Well, obviously this. I made this in about a day, all these jumping features. But I haven't been working on it mostly because I have another big project that I'm working on. But the reason you're not seeing this in the Unity editor is because the version I have in the editor right now is a little bit broken. I'm in between changing the entire animator related to this so that it's much easier to use. I'm just going to be, there's not going to be any updates after this update because this is about done. I might add some new minor features, but after this it's about done, and then I'm going to post it on the asset store. At least if I can get the time, because I've been working on this other project that's really big. But anyway, this project, so it's been in between stages because the animator that I'm trying to set up right now is supposed to be much cleaner, but it's also kind of hard because there's like tons of animations that I gotta get in the right order and all that. And I need to make sure it's clean and easy to understand how it all works, because right now the animator that I have is very messy, for this build at least. And so once I get that done, I will add things like the like an in-between state between this, where they don't have their feet on the wall. And then I'll also add feet placement on walls that aren't perfectly flat. And those two things are not that hard. Like this, I would make it so that his foot is still touching the wall, right here. Those two things are not very hard to add, but yeah. And then I also need to add a few, like I made a new animation for this moving right here, and then I made some other changes, other animations, like 6 more or something like that. So just when the next video comes out, it's just going to be the sort of trailer kind of thing of the whole system. So don't wait for another update. Anyway, so yeah, that's about it for this update for what I did the last 2 weeks, well, like 2 weeks ago. I just have been really busy with something else. So yeah, I hope you liked it, and hope it sort of lived up to what you were thinking it would be when I get these sort of things in. There are a few things I need to add, and then once I do that, it should be ready to post. Of course, I need to document it, because this is a very complicated system under the hood, and there's a large part of it that I don't want anyone to have to touch, but if they do, I really need to document it, because it's very, like, different than what you might expect. So, yeah, well, I hope you like this, and don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, tell me what you think, and yeah, see you next time.